I'm Trish with today's QOTD Question of the Day. Record your answer and join us on the show. Today's question is for some unreal BFFs. What fictional friend group would you be part of in real life? Today, we're transporting you into TV to join your Friday night faves. And here to introduce her fantasy friends is Becca.
I freaking love The Office. So if I can be a part of like Michael Scott's friend group, I love his sense of humor. I think I would have a blast with that.
So The Office is an excellent answer because there are so many people in that office that represent so many different personalities and there's so much quirkiness. And definitely if you worked there, you would have a BFF, if not 5.
You would also have a mortal enemy.
No, not Dwight.
Well, it depends on which friend group you're in. Like, who's Stanley's mortal enemy?
Everyone.
I want Dwight on my side. I'm gonna make myself his best friend.
Because I feel like it would be definitely tolerable if you were like Jim's best friend or Pam's best friend. But if you were like Angela's best friend, it might be a little bit tough. And if you were Creed's best friend, good luck to you.
Well, JJ, did you have a favorite fan answer?
So I found a really great answer from Andrew.
I would choose to be in the Phineas and Ferb friend group. Phineas and Ferb come up with the craziest adventures, and I would love to be a part of their everyday shenanigans.
I mean, this is just an incredible answer. You literally every single day there's an adventure, there's something fun happening, and there's 104 days of summer vacation. So that's like a lot of adventures that you can go on.
I was gonna say I'd hate to be friends with Candace on Phineas and Ferb because you're just constantly trying to do something to no avail. Like, she thinks she's finally gonna bust her brother. She gets so close, and then nothing.
Yeah, she is truly Phineas and Ferb's Sisyphus. But Keith, did you find a fan answer that you really enjoyed?
I did, and you'd love to have these people as your friends, though sometimes you would have to say ruh-roh.
My friend group would be Scooby-Doo and the gang. Growing up, I used to watch this show religiously. You have a talking dog, you have a bunch of friends who are going to have your back, and you get to go on a bunch of adventures and defeat bad guys. So, in my eyes, what else could you want?
So the good part of being part of the Mystery Adventure Gang is that there's always a mystery adventure, right? Every single week. And, they always come out on top. But here's the bad part of that is that there's sort of a dysfunctional friend group, right? On the one hand, you've got like the Fred, Daphne, Velma love triangle, right? But then on the other side, you've got Scooby and Shaggy, but there's almost no interaction. They're just like in the van, like doing their own stuff. But like, they're not much of a friend group, if you're asking me.
They're more like coworkers, right?
So maybe it might be like an office situation where maybe it's not like a strong friend group, but it's like it's a good group of people to hang out with. And hey, maybe you could be the bridge between like the Shaggy and Scooby and Velma, Daphne, and Fred. You could be like the glue that holds everyone together while they're solving mysteries.
Yeah. They need that.
I think that's the point. It's just a ragtag group of teens fighting crime and people wearing silly masks.
What could be better?
Reed, how about you? Do you have a fave?
Yes, I found a great little answer from McKaylee.
If I could be a part of any TV friend group, I would be a part of the Pretty Little Liars friend group because I would have thrived in trying to figure out who A was. And we probably would have only had one season because I would have been on it. So I would want to be a part of that friend group.
I love the confidence, McKaylee, but I feel like even the writers of Pretty Little Liars did not know who A was up until the very last episode. But this was interesting, kind of like Scooby-Doo, though. It's like they're friends, but they all sort of hate each other and they all betray each other, but they have to work together, try and figure out like who's tormenting them this entire time. And also, it's just such a good show.
It's good training for life, though, right?
Exactly. Well, the question is, McKaylee, do you have a secret and can you keep it? Gotta lock it in your pocket. Taking this one to the grave. Well, I think we have some really great answers to this question. I would love to be a part of any of these friend groups for either the friendship or the insane drama. But fans, if you have an answer to this question, you can record using the links in the description. Just make sure to do so before our weekly Big Show Championship on Thursday. But now I think it's time. What are our answers to this question? Keith?
So I was really torn about this one because at first I was thinking MASH. I don't know if you remember that show from the 70s, but they're over in Korea and they're really not friends, but then they're sort of forged together through the bonds of crisis. And then I was like, no. How about Vikings? Vikings is a really good show. They're all really good friends, and they go off and they storm around the world, and they're unlikely friends, but their bonds are forged together, against the backdrop of crisis. And but then I thought, you know what? Dairy Girls, same story, but funnier.
Oh, that is such a good answer. I chose Cougar Town. I don't know if you guys know that show. It was Courtney Cox and Busy Phillips. And they were just like women my age. And they just had like kind of this really sarcastic, snarky relationship. It actually is very on par with like my real world relationships with women. Like we love each other so much. We're so close. We have each other's backs, but we're definitely going to bust each other's asses any chance we get.
I'm going a little bit back in time, and I'm going to say that 70s show. I'd love to just hang out in Eric Foreman's basement all day, get up to hijinks, and it seems like everything for them was like pretty chill for the most part. So I'm going to go hang out in the circle in the basement, if you know what I'm saying.
This is a shout out to all of the kids who grew up with like Cartoon Network in the 2010s. There's a show called Regular Show, which is basically like, it's in the era of like the Saturday morning cartoons that just, they go balls to the wall, crazy adventures. And it's just like, it's another office space, a bunch of people who work at a park in like a little city. And they are there for each other literally through thick and thin. They are dealing with multiple realities, the most insane sci-fi concepts you can imagine. And just like through thick and thin, they are all there for each other, banding together to get stuff done. And I think we have, of course, some really great answers to this question. As usual, we have a good variety of shows that we're pulling from. Now the only thing left to do is put ourselves into the show.
Record your answer using the links below, and make sure that you subscribe, follow, or register to get our daily questions and announcements straight into your daily feed.
Thank you, everyone who's watched, voted, and recorded so far this week. Remember, the top voted answers make it onto our Thursday Big Show, so record away.
And if you thirst for your question of the day, you can say thank you to us by commenting or liking our channel or subscribing. Or if you really love it, go ahead and click thanks on YouTube. We'll give you a shout out on the air.
Speaking of which, we've got a special shout out today to @GirlPower. Thanks for liking us. Thanks for supporting us. We appreciate you.
Thanks everybody for watching, and hey, let us know, what TV friend group would you like to be a part of?